Howdy doody everybody, my name is KevGuuey and welcome back to Stay DPRK. If you missed the last episode, you can click on the ad at the top of the video to watch the previous episodes, get caught up. Alright, so last time we went to Rungna PPG, now we are, where are we gonna go? I think I want to stay with the Jeong route, so let's go to, let's go here, Kaesong. I'm a tad curious as I look at the map. Something about there being a wall built by our president along the border with the occupied territory according to Eunji. Looks like it's directing me to a place called Kaesong, which appears to be pretty close to where I thought I was going in the first place. How about we head over to Kaesong? Anything interesting there? I'm assuming there is since it's on this map. You wouldn't say Donald Trump. Kaesong should be a suitable destination for an outing. It does take a bit of time to get there, however. We should prepare ourselves immediately. Can do. What sort of place are we visiting? Kaesong is boring. It's mostly history and some industry. If you like temples and academies, then you'll be quite happy there. Well, sure, temples and academies can be pretty fun things to see. It's good to know where your culture comes from. Yeah, especially in North Korea. I have no need of any history before our beloved original leader finally led us out of the Dark Ages and overthrew our oppressors. Are you sure you're still out of the Dark Ages? I don't know about that. Which is why you'll never get anywhere in the tourism brigade. Your lack of respect for our entire history prevents you from ever getting promoted beyond Pyongyang. I don't know what that is. Anyone know? Well, excuse me if I don't find where some long-dead ancestor kept his chamber pod very interesting or noteworthy. Well, I mean, history is important. It is important, but, yeah, I'm pretty bad at history myself. Please tell me where we're going doesn't require me to dig my own latrine. Latrine? Is that like a pooping place? Make certain you cover it back up with the amount of dirt when you're finished. It is a pooping thing. That was a joke, right? Eunji, she was just teasing me, right? I honestly don't know. My rank doesn't allow for me to take tourists to Kaesong, thank the original leader. I don't suppose I can change our destination now, can I? No, in fact, I already sent a text message to the driver and he'll be here soon. Best make use of the time to get ready. Alright, make sure I don't get the runs. I'm pretty sure that's about it. Don't get the runs. I guess I should gather my stuff then. Have fun looking at statues. Heh, I may even have some caffeine pills around here to keep you awake on the tour. Yeah, about that. Caffeine pills? No. Those are dangerous. Because you're just popping them in. It's like, you know, it's whatever. It's just one, and then you take 2, and then you take 10, and then you're like, oh wow, I'm all hyped up. And then next thing you know, you have withdrawal because you stop taking them. It's horrible. I've had it before. I don't take no caffeine pills anymore. Anyways, alright, Donald Trump, what do you have? I actually like historical destinations though. You do? Why would anyone want to see some old buildings and read a bunch of plaques that has information you can read in a library book? You get a sense of history and of what your ancestors went through. I can't tell you how many times I visited Gettysburg. Is it a boring temple or lame academy? No, it's a battlefield from when my country was at war with itself. The North won. Something you wouldn't be familiar with. Well, I mean, if you knew something about that, you know, something that she's not familiar with, are you talking about the North and South Korea? Because you have no idea what you're talking, like what you knew before too. So I don't know what you're talking about. Interesting. If I ever go to America, I should visit there and learn about any strategies the North had. I'm pretty sure North Korea are not allowed to leave at all. Like, I don't think, like, people coming in for tourists and stuff, like quote-unquote tourism, and people leaving there, I don't think people are ever able to leave there. Wait, is that what the term black bag means? When you get taken into NK and never come out? Ugh, that's scary. That's some scary thought there. Okay, but anyways, back to this. and see if we can adopt it for when we have to fight off the occupiers south of True Korea. You say so. I don't think you'll get much useful info. The war is back in the 1860s. No planes, tanks, or M16s. Never mind then. Just go get ready for your date. My date? Not a date! You're telling yourself that and you might start believing it. Well, I guess I'll get ready. Alright, on a date with Jeong again. And we're in the car and on our way to Kaesong. Hey Won, for your thoughts. I don't think that's much of an exchange rate, as I believe the won is worth less than a penny. Really? The won is worth less than a penny? But the penny is kind of worthless. Isn't the penny like actually, you know, using up more money than actually being, you know, able to be used? Like it costs more to make it than actually spend it, right? I haven't checked the rate lately, but I thought it was an English expression. Close enough, I suppose. I wasn't really thinking of anything in particular. May I ask you something? Ask me no questions. I'll tell you no lies. I like the boobies. You had best not lie to me. I'll have you know I ranked top in my class at information extraction. You did? Calm down, Guantanamo girl. It's just an expression. I certainly hope so. I do not do well with liars. Me too! Your question? Why did you agree to come to Korea? I know we had some nice conversation in our letters, but we had no real hope of you visiting. Okay, this is a real question here. Are North Koreans allowed to send letters out for pen pals? I do not know. Are they allowed at all? That's a real question here. I'm pretty sure that it's not allowed at all, but I don't know. I could be wrong. Well, I figured it might be fun to see a new country. I spent the better part of my past few years between a couple deserts. I thought maybe Korea would be a nice change. Yeah, you're in the wrong part of Korea here, Donald Trump. I mean, you should probably, you know, have looked at your map. Was there any other reason? Considering I thought you and Eunji were guys, I figured we'd go out drinking. Maybe play wingman for each other as we tried to score girls. So you admit you want to pick up women in Korea? Well, I did say I would tell you no lies. Of course I did. Most guys think about going out somewhere and picking up women. It's really not a secret. Really? Is that what what most guys think? I mean, I just want to have a good time out there. I just pick up women. Really? Okay, I guess I'm not Donald Trump. Dang. I just wasn't expecting to get picked up myself. Is it so bad that you're staying with us and you aren't able to go out on the town and find women? I'm pretty sure living with like girls like you are good. Are good? Of course not. I mean, I wasn't expecting it at all, but I'm having fun. Plus, I don't even have to put any effort into picking up women since they've already picked me up. Convenient. Are you implying that we're trying to pick you up? Maybe. I'm getting ahead of myself. Plus, we are on a date. You do have a certain appeal, I admit. I'm not sure why. Well, is it because I grabbed your boobies? Maybe your mere presence is the cause. Like you came to our country and everything started revolving around you. Well, I mean, you know, because everyone keeps looking at me. Maybe. I do feel like I'm being watched constantly. I have no idea what you're talking about. We certainly don't have CCTV working in our humble little home. Oh, okay. Okay. Why'd you have to put that in? Wait, are there CCTVs in the bathroom? I don't mean like that, but now I'm going to search my entire room when we get back from this outing. You won't find any candy. Yes, that's it. Eunji is the one who hides candy, not me. Maybe we should talk about something else. Something that doesn't make me think I'm being monitored 24/7. Because I'm Domino Trump. Well, it certainly can't be 24/7 since we have regular power outages, and Eunji hasn't fixed that generator yet. Ha, good one. So, what's there to do at Kaesong? Kaesong was the capital area of the Korean peninsula, though it was called Songdo during the dynasty periods. There's a lot of tombs to those ancient kings, but you can't reach most of them. There are museums, however, as well as some temples. Well, I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty sure no one has time in the up north there, you know, here to go excavating the stuff. They're all busy with the other stuff, like big metal objects in the air and stuff. Due to its location near the occupied Korean territory, it also has a joint light industrial park, though most of the workers are from True Korea. Wouldn't that be a bit awkward working with people from over a heavily patrolled border who go back to a different lifestyle? I do not know, but I guess it would seem to make for a very silent working environment. Probably so. Anyway, is there any particular place you think we should go visit? The old south gate of Namdaemun would be an ideal place to start. It would likely remind you of typical East Asian structures you associate with the region. There's also the Songyongwan, which houses the Koryo Museum, named for the dynasty it represents. Jeong. That's a mouthful. Close enough, though the most interesting thing is likely to be a tour of the city itself. Okay, so I'm assuming Jeong is talking to me in English, right? And then, like, Eunji is talking to me in Korean. Most of the historic district isn't exactly in, how would you put it, upper tip shape? Close, that's tip-top shape, but a lot of it is run down then, huh? Yes, with the current needs of the country being focused on more explosive concerns. Oh, yeah, more explosive concerns, you know, than the food and the welfare of the entire country's, you know, people. Preserving older buildings has fallen down the list of priorities. To, explosives concerns. Nevertheless, the trip there will take some time. How should we amuse ourselves? I have an idea. Well, I guess we could play some sort of travel game like I Spy or something. Are you admitting to being a spy? I should have taken to the military police at once. What? No, I'm not a spy. The game is called I Spy. You pick an object and say, I spy with my little eye something, and then you give a hint. Usually a color. Are you making fun of my eyes now? My eyes are hardly little. I don't see how you and Eunji are related. Look, it's just an expression in the game is all. There's nothing malicious about it. Maybe not. Okay, I'll go first. I spied my little eye something black. The car? No, not the car. Fragments of pavement you pass off as a road? No, it'll be fixed in the future. Something black, driver's hair? Hey, Jeong, was that right? Oh. Looks like the something black was the back of her eyelids, or the darkness they produced. Guess she was still tired, or maybe car rides do that to her. Man, I remember good old Private Daly, 5 minutes into a ride and he'd be out cold. Of course, we always made sure to mark him up with the black marker. The extra laughs were worth the look on his face when Sarge would get him in rank. The road may suck ass, but the view isn't so bad once you get out of civilization and into the woods. Just hope the car doesn't break down because I highly doubt there are any repair shops out here. That's one thing I miss about the US. You couldn't walk 5 feet without tripping over a gas station or a mechanic. Out here, we broke down. I think the only thing we'd see would be bears. Maybe Korean army members hunting bears, or hunting tourists to feed to bears? Yeah, probably. Mumbo, glorious leader. Mumbo invented karate martial arts. I'm sure he did. I think the only exercise a glorious leader gets is the 15 feet he has to walk down the buffet table. Mumbo, glorious leader prefers Mumbo family-style meals. Please stop reading my thought boxes or I'll be forced to think of things you might not want to see. Mumbo, already know, Mumbo, your favorite things, Mumbo, yes, they're real. If I let you use my lap as a pillow, will you go back to sleep and stop reading my thoughts? Theo? Oh, okay, well apparently she was just, you know, awake. Dawn puts her head in my lap and I gently stroke her hair. It's really silky. I have to admit, it is nice to be the one being pursued instead of chasing the girls for once. With Jeong asleep, there's not much else to do. I'm not tired, so I don't really want to go to sleep, but I don't want to wake up Jeong by playing the radio. And the scenery out the window is pretty, but also not all that varied. That leaves one option. How long have you been the driver for the two ladies? Sorry, just trying to make conversation. Jeong's asleep and you're the only other person in the car. I see, the strong silent type. I can respect that. Well, this has been a good conversation. I'll be here if you need me. That didn't exactly pass much time. I suppose I could sleep, but that seems to be such a cheap way of passing time. Like an easy out for a lazy visual novel writer. Screw it, this scene is long enough. I'm going to sleep. Good old fourth wall. Wake up, we're here. We are? Well, that was kind of refreshing. Though I think my legs fell asleep. Your lap was passably comfortable. I may require the use of it again for the ride home. You have a funny way of asking to sleep on my lap again. I wasn't asking. I surrender. Yay, now on to Kaesong. Wow, alright, she's just straightforward. We step out of the car and I'm immediately greeted by a large wooden gate. It's actually pretty massive, and towers are all the other things nearby. I had the driver take us to the Kaesong Namdaemun, which is the south gate to the old walled city of Kaesong, and the old citadel. Only citadel gates have survived to the present day. It's really well preserved for being a centuries old. I'm impressed. Well, the base is original, the wooden pavilion is not. The original was destroyed by a certain capitalist country in 1950 during one of its illegal bombing missions. The construction you see before you is a replication finished in 1954. I now feel awed and guilty, since I'm pretty certain you all but said the United States destroyed it. Do you know of any other certain capitalist countries? Sure, England, Japan, France, Germany, Canada. No wait, Canada is basically the snow socialist. Anyway, tell me more about the gate. The gate houses the Yeonbok Bell, which was brought over here after it was reclaimed from the ashes of the Yeonbok Temple in the fire of 1863. It used to chime out the hours into this 20th century. That's pretty cool. Does anybody ring it now? Like maybe you make a wish and ring it to have it come true? Where do you come up with silly ideas like that? I think I read about it in a visual novel somewhere. A really familiar visual novel. Anyway, I thought you might enjoy seeing that first. Alright. What would you like to see next? Any suggestions? We didn't even see it. Well, there's the Anwasa Buddhist temple, as well as the Koryo Museum. Would either of those be okay for you? Oh. I don't know. Let's go to the Anwasa temple. This might seem like the biggest cliche ever, but let's go to the Anwasa temple. I don't understand, why would that be a cliche? Asia, Buddhist temple, cute girl. This is something out of literally every anime. I'm afraid I left my Joseon at home. You're what now? Kind of like the kimonos worn by those filthy enemy occupiers on an island nation east of here. Seriously, that occupation was ages ago. Take a page from the German playbook and let it go already. Oh, nobody is ever really over it. Just you wait. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure we chose the wrong one. Let's go to the Koryo Museum then. Well, I did tell Eunji I like museums. Let's head to the Koryo Museum. I'll take you there, though I should let you know ahead of time that we haven't had much of a chance to renovate the museum. It's in pretty rough shape. If it will make you feel better, I can say it adds to the rustic charm. You don't need to go that far, just make sure to keep comments about the condition of the place to a minimum. I usually find it smart to take a woman's advice when she tells me to shut up. Except when it's Eunji? Especially when it's Eunji. Way you two big like an old married couple already is cute. You'd make a great pair. Are you trying to hook me up with your sister? Well, maybe just a little. What about you then? You seem happy to be with me. You don't think that maybe we'd make a good pair? I can't deny that we get along well enough, but maybe Eunji suits you better. Can't really say. I feel like I've gotten along well with both of you so far. That is true, yes. Well, anyway, let's head to Koryo Museum now. Wait, hold on. So if we choose the other one, does it actually go to the other place? Hold on. Okay. Okay, I go right? Nobody's okay. That my last name isn't Kowalski then. You know, you never told me your last name. Oh, really? Well, you'll think it's silly. No, I won't. Come on, tell me. Lemmer. I got it from my dad. He was a tanker in the army, but well... Donald Trump Lemmer? Got killed in this weird tanking accident. Something about his squad leader finding him butt naked and crushed by a Sherman. Well, what was he doing naked with the tank? Beats me. The Corps can do weird things to the man. Anyway, let's keep going. Follow me then. Oh, okay, so it actually does go to different places. Oh. Alright, well, we're gonna go here then. I didn't know. I thought it was the same place somehow for some reason. Here we are at Anwasa Temple. You didn't tell me we had to climb half a mountain pan to get here. And you seriously didn't have to force march us here either. It's like the Crucible all over again. Don't you feel you're so cleansed by the rapid journey here though? What I feel is that I need a shower after sweating my way up Mount Songgak. Songgak? And what was with the airstrip and sheds? We have flown up here. The evil Nipponese used this mountain as staging grounds to invade China during their illegal occupation of our country during the Second International War. The airstrips and sheds still remain here today. I get it, you hate the Japanese. No need to flavor text it every time. So if you hate them so much, couldn't you have knocked the shed down? I mean, it's probably one of the most sturdily constructed buildings in the country. I know, but a little semtex and it'll fall. I'm sorry, it's just a harsh part of our country's history. Tell me a bit about the temple then. I will allow me to collect myself. I'll be just a few minutes. I hope I didn't upset her too much. I get that Korea and Japan have a rather strained history together. I do have some very good Japanese friends, and I don't like them being trashed on. Well, I mean, I'm not sure why you went here, Donald Trump, to North Korea, then. Well, in my room at Camp Pendleton is full of Japanese stuff too. Anyway, the view up here isn't so bad. Mount Songgak is actually a small volcanic mountain on an island outside Kaesong proper. The temple itself appears partly damaged, but other than that, it's no worse for wear. Okay, I'm ready to tell you a bit about the temple now. Glad you're feeling better. Sorry again, I know that it's a sore spot historically. That's okay, you'll see it our way eventually, hee hee. Jeong smiles as she says this. Somehow it's both adorable and unnerving at the same time. Though to be fair, our countries have many things in common. Have you ever seen a traditional Korean dress? Like a kimono? We call it a joseonot. I would show you, but sadly I left mine at home. What do they look like? How would I explain it? Something like a cross between a western dress and a kimono. The waistline is typically much higher, like across your chest, but it has very loose sleeves. Oh, that sounds pretty. I bet you look amazing in yours. Well, I always have trouble getting mine to fit. I keep having to take out the chest some. Anyway, what can you tell me about the temple? Yes, the Anwasa Temple was founded in 930 AD during the Goryeo dynasty. During America's war against the true Korea, it suffered structural damage, primarily the destruction of Myeongbu Hall. However, a stone pagoda dating to the original Goryeo dynasty temple, along with Kaesong Hall, remain. Wow, that's a good amount of history for this trip. Would you like to see a little more of the temple before we head somewhere else? Sure, sounds like a good idea. Jeong takes me by the hand and leads me around the small temple, explaining different bits of historical information as we go. And it's the only temple to have survived the Americans' aggressive actions against us. I nod and smile as we go. It doesn't take too much longer as the temple isn't all that big. You must be hungry after climbing and exploring this temple. I like how it's Donald Trump just nodding and smiling as he's talking about America, just like, you know, how she's just trashing America. Good job, Donald Trump. Want to go to the Kaesong Kuksu house and share a meal? That sounds great. Let's head back. Alright, meal time! Getting past mid-afternoon by the time we get to the Kaesong Kuksu house. It didn't take long to get a table, though we're not alone. The population is sparse. The fare is as expected, traditional Korean fare. And of course, it comes with plenty of oh god, I can't stand this stuff anymore. I can't even say the word. Oddly enough, when the food comes out, it's plentiful. I mean, this is only a rough estimate, but my main course is probably the equivalent of a full day's worth of food for your average Korean. I wonder why they're so intent on impressing me, but not feeding their own people. I wonder why. So how did your meal taste so far? It's amazing, really delicious, and so much of it, especially the kimchi. Kaesong is known for having very flavorful foods, likely from the influence of being so near to a bunch of invaders holding half our country hostage. South Korean influence, huh? Occupied Korean influence. The Kaesong region is also the primary agricultural area of true Korea. Is that why my meal arrival is the size of one I'd get at a Texas steakhouse? Not really, we just want to make our guests feel at home. After all, doesn't your country put on a good impression for visiting tourists? Not really. Unless they have some sort of diplomatic immunity and a hotline to their country's coffers. That's a shame, you should treat foreigners better. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Well, they aren't mistreated or anything, but they certainly aren't given cute escorts. Truthfully, Jeong, why am I getting treated like someone special? I'm just a Marine with a nice set of abs. You're unusually perceptive for a protagonist. I get that a lot. Korea doesn't get many tourists. For some reason, we've been labeled as an enemy state of most of the world. I wonder why. The things foreign leaders say about glorious leader, all lies. So the few tourists you get, you try extra hard to leave a good impression? I mean, are they all lies though? Then you hope they go home and dispel the rumors regarding Korea? Precisely, plus you're military, so if you go back and spread word that Korea is a good place, maybe it'll work its way to some important people. Not sure how much stock they put in a 1171 Water Dog's opinion on international affairs. Oh right, I have read of your naval animal units. They are quite renowned. Even we in True Korea can respect their skill. I remember you told me about being a water dog in our letters. I was enamored, I must admit. Yeah, sure. That's us, the elite water dogs. I guess there's one advantage to not having internet access in a country. Yeah, not having internet access in a country, huh? Either way, I don't think my opinion carries much weight. That's a shame. Still, maybe your comrades will want to come after hearing how nice it is in Korea. Well, Donald Trump can probably say stuff like that. I don't know. Yeah, good for you, Donald Trump. Well, will they get cute girl escorts? Sadly, no, you're a special case. The tourist agency overbooked, so we had to take you on as an individual. Not normal for you to stay with us and get such attention. Guess I got lucky for once in my life. My squad mates are going to be so jealous. I'll take that as a compliment. You should. I smile at her and she blushes in return. And what about Eunji? Wouldn't they be jealous if you told them about her too? Of course they would. I mean, if you've seen Marines on deployment, they'd ask anyone as friendly as Eunji for a drink. Is that beautiful? I'll just say that Eunji could have her pick of the entire deployment from Operation Iraqi Freedom. Muffled voice. What was that? Sounded like someone gasped. Oh, nothing. That was a sneeze? Yes. Yes, true. Jeong is clearly lying. What's more, she's fidgeting under the table. Of course, once Eunji opens her mouth, many guys would run off. I hate you so much. I thought so. Jeong, are you letting Eunji eavesdrop on our conversation via your cell phone? I am, as you would say, dusted. That was, I thought someone was in the restaurant saying that. That's busted. You Americans have so many odd sayings. Stop deflecting. You still with us, Eunji? Anyway, you're both great, okay? You'd both be very popular in the US, or our character artist assured us. See you when we get home, Eunji. Bye, sister. Bye, jerk. That seems uncalled for. Don't mind her. It's how she shows her affection, hurting the one she loves the most. Not sure that's how that works. After this, Jeong hangs up and puts her phone away, and we continue our meal. Can't tell, but I think Jeong seems happy, but conflicted. I don't think she wants to talk about it, though. Once we get through dessert, I pay and we head out. The car is waiting for us. It's getting late and the drive is pretty long. We should head back. Agreed. Eunji might worry about you if we stay too late. Don't sell herself short. She's more worried about you. Is that so? Yeah, she's really taking and liking to you, I think. She's just bad at showing her feelings. How do you feel about that? I'd hope you'd be interested in her too. You seem like a nice guy and suited to her. Sounds like someone else isn't honest with herself either. You'll gather more intel from me right now. Prepare your lab. Require its use for a nap. Go ahead. Jeong lays her head in my lap for the ride home. I'm gonna go back to the other option, guys. Alright, let's go check this. Maybe the Koryu Museum. Oh wait, we got this. We went through this. Okay, any more? Oh yeah, right here. After a typical whirlwind walk with Jeong guiding me hand in hand, we arrive in an area with several dilapidated wooden pagoda-like buildings. This is the same building! It doesn't look like a museum, more like an abandoned ancient building collection. Worse and worse. I'm sorry, I didn't quite make out what you said, Jeong. I apologize, I was talking to myself about the state of this place. I had hoped the rumors that restoration work had been done was true, but clearly they were just rumors. I guess you're right. These are renovated buildings. I'd hate to see those workers build new ones. Please watch what you say about the workers of Korea, though I am angry at the lack of care for our heritage. The Songgyeongwan was the highest level facility for Confucian study during the Koryo and Chosun dynasties. These buildings are the renovated ones from the early 1600s after a fire destroyed the originals. They hosted many young men of the aristocracy, preparing them for civil service in our country. I get what you're saying. This area has a rich history for your country's identity, and it saddens you to see it in such a state of disrepair. Am I correct? Yes, unlike most people, I take pride in our long heritage and not just the modern Jewish dynasty. It saddens me that this is passed off as a museum. Can't even keep many displays because the buildings are all well suited for preserving artifacts. On the plus side, the gardens seem well maintained, and there isn't any of the typical modern propaganda hanging around. I'm unsure what you mean by propaganda. Let's just say that back in the United States, we get pretty damn sick of seeing political signs and slogans all over the place. Oh, you mean the posters of Glorious Leader and the Workers' Party? No, I don't tire of seeing them. Though they would be out of place in this location, admittedly. Anyway, want to stroll around the gardens a bit? The buildings don't appear to offer much, but this does seem like a peaceful place. Certainly. As you stroll, a light breeze picks up. It feels refreshing and it also whips up a few petals. Looking in the direction of the wind, many shrubs are in bloom. Jeong smiles as she walks over. This is one of my favorite parts of this stop. Very pretty flowers. They go nicely with a pretty girl. You flatter me, but I can't help but smile. These are Mongnan, or Saibon magnolias, the national flower of Korea. They typically bloom in the early summer and last until early fall. I'm surprised. I would have figured the national flower would have been one named after the original leader. We do have a flower named for him. You would classify it as an orchid. There's also a begonia named after his son. We don't have a flower for Glorious Leader yet. I wonder what he would choose. I bite my tongue to make sure I don't say ragweed or something else that would get me killed. Yeah, we don't want Donald Trump to get killed here in North Korea. That'd be bad. Corpse flower is rayed out. Now, sure. I imagine he'll get one eventually. You're right. A strong man such as our Glorious Leader deserves a strong flora that makes us think of him. You say so. I'd rather not think about Glorious Leader and instead stare at Jeong surrounded by magnolias for a few more minutes. Soon she turns back to me. While standing in the gardens, I see something that appears a tad out of place for having such a nice amount of foliage growth. Off to the side is an old tree stump, along with what appears to be a memorial plaque. I walk over and attempt to read the plaque. To make sure I get the translation right, I call Jeong over. Hey Jeong, according to this plaque, this tree stump is some sort of memorial in opposition to American aggression against the DPRK. Yes, this is a stump from the Korean Massacre of 1976. A group of occupied Korean service corps workers under the guidance of 2 American officers and a regiment of UN command guards entered the nearby conflict zone. They had entered there to remove a sacred popular tree without the consent of beloved leader. When politely asked to stop, the lead American officer shouted, "Kill the bastards," and the UNC attempted to attack our forces. But our general, victorious champion Pak Cho dispatched our men to save the day, as we were there peacefully. Our soldiers were only able to use the axes the cowardly service workers dropped in their haste to save their own pathetic skins. So if your side was successful in preventing the destruction of the popular tree, why is it just a stump here in Kaesong now? And why do you call it the Korean Massacre if you were successful? Wouldn't that indicate the UN Americans slaughtered a bunch of Koreans? It makes no sense. While we were successful that day, the Americans used their secret weapon 3 days later. A large convoy of American-occupied Korean military vehicles, under the guidance of the legendary American terrorist General Paul Bunyan, invaded the conflict zone again. General Bunyan was able to marshal all of the American Pacific forces, as well as bring in outside help from Evo Nippon, and he completed the massacre of the popular tree, leaving only the stump. The Americans took the rest of the tree with them. Its fate remains unknown to this day. You know, that raises more questions than answers. How so? I didn't realize he had taken up an interest in Korean military victories. Victory, right, we'll go with that term. Anyway, I remember Gunny had mentioned meeting a prestigious general years ago, who held a certain swagger stick that had been handed down a couple times. Swagger stick? What is that? Some sort of specialized weapon? Not really, unless a general goes for the Patton Midnight special option in it. Basically an accessory that looks cool and usually has some sort of background to it. And this swagging stick has some sort of meaning? Yeah, Gunny had met with General James Mattis at some Pentagon function years back. He got to drinking a bit, and after a while, the Mad Dog took Gunny and some other guys to see his collection of military memorabilia. Mad Dog? Term of endearment for the best damn American currently alive on the planet. Anyway, he showed Gunny a swagger stick made of wood and said he got it from the guy who got it from General Louis Menetrie. He got it from the original owner, General William Livesey. So they all had a turn with General Livesey's stick? Wood? Phrasing. But basically, it said the stick was made in memory of 2 officers who were ruthlessly slaughtered by the Koreans in 1976 over the trimming of a tree. That's not how it happened. Maybe, maybe not. I'm sure all countries involved have their own side of the story. Anyway, it's probably safe to assume that stick resting in a glass case is the remains of your popular tree. Our sacred tree, a trophy of our greatest international enemy. Why? Maybe I shouldn't go with the classic flippant line of "to the victors go the spoils" here. Not so unusual. Militaries throughout history are well known for taking back trophies or victories. It could be worse. At least we've all pretty much moved on from taking scalps. That is, Enough depressing war talk and history lessons. This is supposed to be a comedy game. Anyway, I'm feeling kind of hungry after going through the gardens. Let's go to the Kaesong house and share a meal. Sounds like a good idea to me. Huh. Okay, well. Seems like that is the same thing. Alright, so going there, it's the same thing. Very relaxing, coupled with the long ride. I think I might nap as well. I'll probably need the extra sleep to deal with Ms. Sunshine when we get back anyway. Can't say I dislike this, having two girls who seem genuinely interested in me. But they live in North Korea. Can't move here. I'll be branded a traitor. I doubt either of them would be allowed to leave. Maybe, I'm not sure. Donald Trump, do you know a lot about North Korea now? Because like in the beginning of the game, you're so confused as to what was going on with North Korea. Nothing to worry about now, though. Time for rest. Sure. Third night here, second after having been out all day with one of my chaperones. Or hostesses. Girlfriends, maybe. They sure seem intent on keeping me to themselves. Are they hoping to keep me here in Korea, or are they hoping I'll sneak them out? Neither seems very likely. Maybe I'm just overthinking this. Perhaps grabbing hands, calling outings dates, and falling asleep on foreign men is custom here. Yeah, I'm not overthinking things. Speaking of thoughts, I think mine are about to be interrupted. Is our living room floor more comfortable than my bed? Loaded question, but I assume you meant it as an innocent one. Well, maybe not. Anyway, I came to see if you were busy this evening. Seeing as the Pyongyang nightlife involves explaining to soldiers what I'm doing out on the street at night, without getting killed or arrested, I'd say my agenda is pretty clear. Not always like this. I'm sure at some point we can go somewhere in the evening. I hope so. Anyway, did you have something in mind for this evening? Yes, I was hoping you would help Eunji with her English tonight. She really needs as much help as possible, and for some reason she doesn't do well learning under my guidance. I think maybe having a cute American man might help her. Not sure what being cute has to do with it, but I'm glad to hear I'm not the ugly American. Well, Eunji has taken a liking to you. She's just never been good with her feelings. Calling me 50 Shades of Not Surprised. When she was 13, a boy who had a crush on Eunji actually got the nerve to confess to her. She actually liked him as well. So they dated? Well, no, she didn't know how to handle this sudden confession, and she ended up shooting him with a pellet gun. Oh. Okay. Pellet gun? Why the hell did she have one on her in the first place? I mean, do kids here just carry those to class? We prefer our students carry 9mm compacts. Whoa, wow, that was... That was not necessary at all. I am... Okay, we'll just, you know, gloss over that. Okay. He confessed her at the small arms practice range. You sure he was in love and not depressed? Seems like a suicide attempt was made there. Don't be mean. My sister has her faults, but she can be sweet and is certainly not bereft of womanly charms. I suppose that's true. She's cute in her own way. Anyway, I would like for you to help her with her English after dinner. I'll have everything you need ready. Fair enough. I did promise to help her after all. Anyway, maybe I'll finally get some respect as her teacher. Probably shouldn't put all your hopes in one basket for that idea. I'm not sure how, but you mixed up two old sayings and actually made a pretty decent new one after that. Beginner's luck? Probably. Still, it was kind of cute. Easy there. You're supposed to be flirting with Eunji tonight. I thought I was teaching her, not flirting with her. There's a difference? A pretty clear one. I don't know. Maybe one day you understand. Don't put all your hopes in one basket. So mean. I'll have Eunji waiting and ready after dinner for your tutoring. She walks to the room she's sharing with Eunji, but I'm pretty sure I saw her turn back and wink at me. Teaching Eunji English. This should be interesting. Of course, giving a loaded gun to a gorilla could be interesting too. Now at least he'd have a fighting chance that time. Better take a quick nap before marching into this battle. Well, oh, she's actually wearing something different. Thanks for the meal, Eunji. Again, you've outdone yourself. Best meal I've had in Korea yet. Well, of course, I have been trained in the culinary arts, so it's the least I can do. Think nothing of it. Look at you getting all bashful with Americans' praise. Eunji's cheeks glow red. It's pretty cute. I may have to praise her more if that's the reaction it gets. I am not. He just took me by surprise with his compliments, that's all. You are such a terrible liar. Can I ask you for a favor, Donald Trump? Oh, yes, yes. Ask Donald Trump a favor. He winks, obviously. Of course, you've been such gracious hostesses. What can I do? Can you clean up the table and wash the dishes tonight while I prepare Eunji for your event this evening? Event? I'd hardly call what you're doing an event, but sure, I'd be glad to clean up. Well, what's going on? What do you think you're preparing me for? You're going to spend some one-on-one time alone in your bedroom with our guest. What? I'm not ready for that sort of thing. That's way too sudden. You're setting it up, Jeong. Here's a part of the misunderstanding where you say, but if it's sex with Donald Trump, I wouldn't mind. Oh. Right. If it's sex with Donald Trump, I wouldn't. Hey, stop tricking me. Now's about the perfect time for you to fulfill another Sundeer trope. Who's running this operation here? I think Jeong is. Anyway, dirty as your minds might be, that's not even close to what we're doing. You think you have something perverted right now, aren't you? I'm under assault from both sides now. Admit it, pervert. If I don't admit, you must acquit. Okay, no way am I spending any time alone in my bedroom with this creep. It will be fine, Eunji. I think you've had more martial arts training than him anyway. How do you know I didn't have a part-time job as a dojo floor sweeper? Where the seafood adopted me as his only child and taught me the ways of Taekwondo leap. Because you live in America, home of slackers who bum on the beach when not sleeping. People bum on the beach? Oh, okay. Everyone knows Americans are fat, lazy bums. Fortunately, I am not. Anyway, I'm going to help you learn English tonight. Teach me English, but... No buts about it. I'll meet you in your room in 5 minutes. Sister, you must learn English to advance in the People's Army, and our guest is going to help you. I'd rather have the sex. At least it'll be over in 2 minutes. English takes forever. Wow, Eunji really wants a sexy time with Donald Trump. Ooh. I think I can last a little longer than 2 minutes. Both of you hush and go to Eunji's room and leave the door open. Sure, if I hear you complaining, Eunji, you're doing strip English lessons. If you had told me that was on the table, I'd have offered my services sooner. Ah, let's just get this over with. Wow. With that, she forcefully grabs my hand and drags me back to her bedroom. She also defiantly slams the door shut and locks it behind her. Honestly, my sister can be such an instigator. Just to make sure, we are practicing English and not having sex, right? Yes, we are, just studying English. Here's the book we work from. She hands me a bright yellow paperback book. On the front, the title reads, How to Sound Like a Dumb American. Well, that's a good sign. Let's check the copyright date. 1987. Great, it's only 3 decades out of date, so I guess that's progress. Sit next to her on the bed and flip open to the bookmark page. How about reading the sentence for a start? Hello, everybody. We should go to the discotheque to dance together. The image is almost as awkward as Eunji's pronunciation. I'm not even certain where to begin. I like to blame it on the book, but your pronunciation is atrocious. English is so hard, why do I need to learn it anyway? Not sure. Jeong said you needed it to advance in your military. I don't want to advance to that position. What position is that? That information is classified. I'm not able to share it with you. Great. Well, don't worry about my paranoia and concentrate on making an S sound that sounds like a snake. Instead of shh. Evil bastard, Ronald Reagan destroyed Wimpy Water Moondall in the erection. Uh-oh. Look closer at that last word. That's not an R, but an L. You mean in erection? Yes, I mean no, but yes, the word is election, not erection. They are two completely different things. What are they then? An election is when the population of a place votes for its political leaders. Oh, we do that. The DPRK holds elections? Oh, that's a nice smile from her. Of course, we elect our representatives to the Supreme People's Assembly. Honestly, do not expect that. How does that even work here? No idea. Well, the Supreme People's Assembly has 687 seats, and everyone here over 17 can vote. That's pretty impressive. Who runs in the elections? Every person who wants to run has to apply to the Democratic Front for the reunification of the fatherland, and they can approve or deny their application to be on the ballot. And people get to go to an election place to vote. So the one candidate the Democratic Front has selected to run for office that year. If you don't want to vote for them, you can go to a special booth with windows where you can cross out their name. Somehow that's about how I expected it to work. What party is in power now? The Workers' Party has 607 seats, and they are in alliance with the Social Democrats who hold 50 seats. So the 687 seats, 657 are held by one party essentially. Well, at least you probably don't have so many political ads on TV. Anyway, you never answered my question. What is an erection? Why don't you ask your sister or something? You said you would teach me English. Tell me. I really don't think I should. Tell me now. It's like something people have sometimes you can't get one. I mean, you could talk about, you know, a building being erected. I mean, that you could just go with that. You know, building going up, or building up, growing up. I mean, it's better than what you're explaining it, Donald Trump. Why not? It just doesn't work that way. Let's just focus on speaking in English for now. No, I want a ration too. What? Two? Are you being a bad influence, Donald Trump? No, you can't have one. Wait, Jeong, you're spying on us? Absolutely, you two are a riot. If you have enough time to listen on us, you have enough time to help me train her in English. You'd like that, wouldn't you? Considering Eunji needs all the help she can get, yes I would. No, really, it's okay. Let's just stop and go to bed. Nope, not going there. Read the next sentence. There is only one true Korea. We must crunch the octopus. I don't think any American would say such a thing. Our leader is cooler than the Donald Trump. Wow. Wow. Is that in the book, or are you just talking to me? Worse and worse. I'm not even sure how to begin correcting you. Woo! Woo! That's what her last teacher said. He didn't last long. I think you really need a speech therapist as well as intensive training in remedial English before tackling this book of absurdities. Remedial? This book is the remedial English book for Korea. The normal English book is much harder. Maybe instead of a book with complete sentences, you should start with phonics or something more basic. You know, like what was that? What was that phonics thing? Oh man, learn with phonics? I forgot. Oh man, I was freaking on commercials all the time. I forgot. Anyways, you people probably know. You don't happen to have any of those learning letter leaders around, would you? Do not know what those are. They're these cute people made out of letters, and they usually have things that start with their letter. Like Mr. A would have an apple and an alligator, or Ms. J would have juice and jam. I think we had something like that. They were what you call flashing cards. Let me look in my closet. Usually goes to her closet, kneels down, and starts rummaging through. She also starts tossing things out behind her into the room, which is when I finally realize it's a huge mess. She has things scattered all over the place, various plans and charts, and covered by food wrappers. Her pellet guns are haphazardly thrown about the room as well. And her clothes, her uniform is on a chair, socks hang all over the place. I think that that's a pair of panties hanging from the lampshade. I nudged Jeong and pointed in that direction. Very certain that's a fire hazard over there. Wait, Eunji, you're such a slob. I just cleaned this room. Now it looks like an American HVA rocket hit it, and you've got your dirty underwear hanging from a lamp. And like a scared cat, Eunji yelps and beelines it for the lamp, snatching her underwear. Jeong, why are you pointing out my unmentionables to him? Actually, he pointed them out to me. How could you? How could I what? How could you just casually point out your panties? It just rolls off your tongue, doesn't it? Aren't you embarrassed to say that word? Or to see a pair of them out in the open? Have you no shame? Just about everyone wears underwear or panties. I think the British call them pants, which causes confusion with us Americans. But it's a dirty word. No, it isn't. Sure, some people feel comfortable saying it, but it's not a curse word or anything. Told you so, sister. I don't believe you both. Neither of you have any shame at all. Because of our ability to say the word panties? Okay, stop that. Stop what? Saying panties? Yes, cut that out. Or what? Panties, 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 panties. Pink panties, purple panties. Wow. Donald Trump really likes the panties. Donald Trump really likes the panties a lot. A lot. Okay, well, now we know. Striped across your butt panties. We all love panties. Oh, see? See? Donald Trump loves the panties. Wow. All right. Oh my gosh, I went on for so long in this episode. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Stay DPRK. We found out that Donald Trump loves panties. Loves the booty panties. Anyways, we will find out in the next episode what is going to happen with this, I guess, tutoring? English tutoring? But anyways, you guys enjoyed this episode, stay DPRK, then please slime that like button and subscribe down below for more awesome videos. Thank you everybody for watching this episode, and you will hear me in the next one. Goodbye!